We interviewed with 4 or 5 other builders and design build type companies, and we just wanted a company first that kind of got our style and was capable of delivering a product that would be a little more well-rounded, and Livingstone definitely fit that.
What attracted us to Livingstone was their whole system that they had in place, with the design build aspect, the transparency, and how things were going to flow, the communication between everyone. And when we were out there interviewing, we didn't sense that from any of the other companies.
There were other builders we met with that were cheaper, but we would have needed to replace a lot of those materials a year later or 2 years later. And so it was nice for them to just be really transparent right in the beginning and say, we want this to be a green home, we want it to be efficient, we want it to save you money over the long haul. And obviously we wanted a home like that was good for the environment, but also good for our wallets. And they were really good about that, and letting us know that in the short term even, this is going to be a cheaper way to do it, is to not cut corners. And that's what we got. We got a home that's all kinds of energy efficient and green star rated and all of that great stuff.
The thought with having the all-glass entryway is if you look straight through there, you can see the mountain range. And so when we designed the house, we wanted the back of the house to consist of mainly windows so that we could get a view of the mountain range from every room that we were in. And so we thought it would be nice to, as you approach the front of the house, be able to get some of that view from the front sides.
Yeah, again, we wanted to go back to the rustic materials in with the modern lines, and so we used the reclaimed beam, and there's some steel in there, and the rain chain and the rock obviously are all softer materials that gave us that rustic feel, which was important to us. We wanted everything to go flow from inside to outside and vice versa, so the rock carries through on this internal wall. Same thing with the beams, and all of that carries right through the house. And this staircase was a big deal to us. We didn't just want a normal looking staircase. We wanted something that kind of caught your eye and was
something kind of open, something that kind of floated. We also like the idea of creating this trough here with the little uplights to accentuate the texture in the rocks. And so it just kind of brings a little different textural element when you combine the stone and the wood and then the river rock with the concrete. I kind of call it my mountain modern rustic. We like the rustic style, we like the contemporary style, but the blend of the two play nice on each other.
I was worried with the modern lines of the house that it would feel too cold and not homey enough, and that's where it took kind of Sarah and Livingstone with ideology, which played a huge role in that to make sure that I was comfortable because I didn't want it to be too cold feeling, and they were like, no, we put these rustic aspects and materials in place.
He couldn't see it yet, so we
yeah, I was worried we were going to have this farmland with this really like Jetsons looking home, and you guys made sure that didn't happen. So
yeah.
It is a good sized piece of property, and we wanted to be able to take the nature aspect to what we have going on here and incorporate it into the house. These doors are the panoramic style doors that accordion all the way open, so this all of a sudden just kind of is connected with the outside.
The process to us was the best part of the whole journey because we were able to kind of see it along the way, and then you look back a year later and they've made your dream happen. But just the whole journey of it, they've made it extreme. It's because it shouldn't be a nightmare. It should be really fun. And that's what we were hoping, and it was extremely fun.
It was fun.
They took all of those nightmarish components that people deal with out of the equation because they got a really good system.
Because the kitchen's always the place where everybody always ends up hanging out anyway, so we wanted it to kind of be open, lots of room here, lots of counter space. A good friend of ours custom built all of our cabinetry as well as all the doors in the house. We like to cook a lot, we like to have company, so we really wanted to tie this room in with the outside. We have a small little outdoor kitchen out there as well, so we just wanted the spaces to feel connected.
We knew we wanted to do something outside just to entertain friends and family, and in a place that we could enjoy also, just have our dinner somewhere other than the dining room table. So we spent a lot of time out here just kind of looking at the view and enjoying the land, and this space really allows us to do that.
And I think having different spaces for people to hang out was important to us, and creating the cozy area down here with the fireplace and the kitchen, but again, being able to kind of lounge out or have a fire down there, just being able to kind of spread out and have different areas to go to.
So there's just not a lot of wasted space in this house. If you build a massive house, then you just don't get the trim options and all of the kind of detail that goes into it. And if you lay the space out efficiently and it's a quality space, then you don't need all that square footage to take care of, you know. This is about, what, 3,500 square feet? Something like that?
Something like that. One thing about Livingstone and ideology that was excellent is the communication. I feel like we were kept in the loop the whole time, but I also felt like everybody was on the same page as far as what needed to be done, what was happening next, and so forth.
These like what ifs come up in your head, and you go, so what are we going to do over here? How's this going to work? And you call Livingstone or you call ideology, and they're like, we're 100 steps ahead of that.
Yeah.
So to know that the company is working behind the scenes, driving it, and that we aren't supposed to be doing that, and we don't need to be doing that job of driving them and making sure that, you know, everything is organized right, that you feel really confident really quick with them because you know, okay, they're on it.
This is our dining room / bar area. We wanted this room to have a really cozy feel to it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of just things in the house that are there just for ease that we've never had before. Usually when I would slam a door like that, it would just slam. So we love features like that. These are kind of open up, you know, from the bottom. Just different ways of doing things that we didn't really think about in the beginning, but they would give us these ideas and we would go, yeah, that would be a really cool way to do that. Yeah, so we have the see-through double-sided fireplace, and that connects us to the media room / theater. We can take you in there and show you that.
Which will bring you in from this side. I had this vision in my head of getting, you know, some old Indian doors, and then Laura called me one day. She said, I found the perfect doors for you, and she sent me a picture, and I was like, yes, those are perfect. So these are old antique doors from India. They weigh about 8,000 pounds. I'm sure it took about 6 or 8 guys to get these doors in there.
Heavy duty stuff.
Working with ideology was a really nice process because when it came time to pick out the tile or the stone or decipher where you want to put a door, or even down to the smallest little details like the electrical outlets in the floor, all of those things came into play. So sitting down with Laura and figuring out a game plan, you know, what is our budget for stone, what is our budget for tile, and then working within those guidelines. It allows you to always kind of be a step ahead of the game, know what you're spending, know where everything's going. So like Casey said earlier, it takes the guesswork out of everything basically, because it leaves very little room for error at that point when you sit down and you have a strategic design plan.
Laura and her whole crew over there were really good at just shopping and saying, okay, we get your style, so here are 3 options, not 100 options, but 3 options that fit your style and fit your budget. Which one do you like best? And if we didn't like any of them, then they would go shopping again. But that took so much of the overwhelmingness out of it to where, you know, we didn't have to spend so much of our energy just shopping online for what we liked, you know.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah, it's huge. Basically from this side on, this is all master bedroom over here. We wanted to keep it same floor living, but at the same time a little bit more separated and private from the rest of the house. Again, same doors, that panoramic doors that open up to the outside.
They were also a big help at just being able to see a piece of land and how to position the house, both for best use of the sun and the lighting, because we had an idea and it wasn't where we should have put it. And in hindsight, we look and it was able to open up this awesome view, and so we get to roll over in the morning out of bed and just see that amazing view. And
so down here we have the closets.
Whoops.
Oh, yours is a wreck.
Sarah's
Mine's
is
a little
little
bit
cleaner.
more neat.
Yep.
Closets, and then the master
bathroom.
Overall, same concept I think throughout the whole house, as we wanted a very natural kind of indoor-outdoor feeling. And that's why we chose to put a lot of windows in here and a window in the shower.
Yeah, we wanted the aspect too where the tub surface kind of goes right into the shower. And then we have the rainfall shower head up there. So we wanted an entryway that was nice looking. So there's these niches here, but then you also have a really good spot that is for dropping your keys off, plugging in your phones, all of that. And here's this awesome room full of just crazy mechanical stuff. Radiant floor, geothermal, an extremely efficient water heater that's also tied into the geothermal. I can't explain it all, but it's pretty impressive what they did. I can honestly say if we were going to build another house, we would definitely use Livingstone again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really would.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much I would change within that
Wow.
process. I would hope that they would do it all over again just like this.
I would tell people who are looking to build a home, first of all, to enjoy the journey of it, because I think that's a big part of it, and it should be enjoyable. And so that really needs to have somebody who understands what they're doing, has a very good process, and they're good people. So they put that together with that design aspect, with ideology. When you have a design build company like that, I think it really helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it allowed us to really enjoy the process. So I would say just embrace the journey and enjoy it, and find a company that's going to make sure that that is enjoyable.